intersection of two sets of things is what is shared between both things. And that we call an intersection. And we have a beautiful letter that represents it, because intersection means it exists in both realities. If you call this reality A and this reality B, then this is an intersection of A and B. This is just A, this is just B, but this is not just B, but also A, right? So that would be A intersection, but intersection we represent by letter A. And we don't write it like A, we just write it as a little roof. And that means and. It's like a signifier of the letter A, old version of the letter A. And that means that both A and B are true in there. And symbol, in other words, means intersection. It's synonym.
What's the
intersection for?
Sorry, what's the difference between that and the union symbol?
The union is when you don't care about, when you are not so strict in your choice. And is when, you know, right, in logic, in English language, when you say and, you mean both.
Yeah.
And means both. But when you say or doesn't necessarily mean both, right? Like if you say, if you go to a cafe and you ask, I want to either, I don't know, fried chicken or something else, or a salad. Well, it's like, if they say that we have both, that wouldn't be a problem for you, right? That's fine. You're okay with both, with each, right? Either, right? Either means I don't care, whichever one. So or is a situation where you actually don't care whether you have both or whether you have only one out of two. That's or. Or is bigger than and. And strictly means I just want that thing that is both this and that. Okay. But when you say or, you say, no, I don't care. I can have just the B. I can have just the A. I can have the thing that is both A and B. I don't care. Actually, the more the better, in fact, most cases, right? So, not always, of course. Sometimes less the better. But, so this is, so the green, I would say, you know what? This is actually a union. And you kind of feel, right? Union means everything together, right? Yeah. Not just that. So that's the difference, right? Union is or. And this is like O. It's kind of, I don't know. I remember this one. Actually, we do draw those symbols either in a fancy circular way, more oriental, or we draw them more Western with a little bit more angle, more right angle. So it either looks like that, or it looks like this. So it's like either it's curvy or it's not curvy. But the direction of the opening is what matters. This guy looks like A, it represents A, so it represents intersection, overlap. This guy looks like U, so he represents union, and that's or. Union, or in other words, or. And it's not strict, it's not a strict or. Sometimes we have to say we mean a strict or. When we mean a strict or, we mean either that or this, don't give me both. That's a different one. That's not a regular or, that's a strict or. If you have to use a strict or to people who work with, who actually trying to tell you that, we'll have to show you this particular symbol. Strict or doesn't look like this. Strict or looks like this, which is also a sign of perpendicularity. Two lines being perpendicular to each other, right angle. And right angle in logic means things that are independent of each other. Things that are coming to each other at right angles, we call them orthogonal. Ortho means right. Gonal means sided. Orthogonal, right-sided. Ortho, this, when you try to make your teeth right, it's also, the word also starts with ortho. Ortho means right. Right angle, right-sided means, in other words, perpendicular in more English, more Latin. This is Greek. Perpendicular. And in algebra, perpendicularity happens only when two things are independent of each other. And because we're talking about lines, we say it's linear independence. And linear independence means what happens in one thing doesn't affect the other guy. Basically, they're independent of each other. They don't affect each other. And that means strict. difference between one or the other choice. I don't want to have a choice that incorporates both of them, because if it incorporates both of them, they will clearly affect each other, right? If you're choosing a part that is both salad and fried chicken, that's like, first of all, it's weird, and second, it's like they are, I mean, if they both can be that, if something can be both a chicken and a fried salad, which is a bad example, right? Let's say, I don't know, if something can be both rice, I don't know, maybe both a certain kind of a leaf and a certain kind of a flower, it kind of intersects. They might be same, they might not be same, they might have this communication, they may not have. So they may affect each other's existence, or they may not. It's not that strict. That would be just regular OR. Now you're not going to use that too much. If in university you will see this. This becomes very, very important to have strict OR. But at this point, OR is union. Everything, non-strict, both and separate. Okay. Now